All right, what's up, Gainsters? So today we're going to be going into our confidence exercise, but taking it a step further and harnessing that confident state and visualizing us in specific scenarios that have to do with our health and fitness journey so that we can go into those, in that confident state so that we have less resistance. We're more energized, we're more productive, we're more in control, and we have a steady energy that's helping move us forward to our goals. Also, if you did the confidence exercise already last week or on Tuesday, maybe you noticed that there was some emotional resistance that arose as you move forward into that confident state. I know I helped Martina work through some of her emotional resistance as she harnessed her confident state. And notice and pay attention to what emotional resistance you have to stepping into confidence. It's totally normal for us to experience that. When we're not confident, it's a safety mechanism. Okay, so let's say we were confident, right? We've been confident at different times in our life. But then something in our nervous system said, this isn't safe to be confident. So you need to not be confident. Hold on. Oops, let's see here. Okay, so something in our state said, it's not safe to be confident. And so that's why we got into that state of not feeling confident. Whatever that other emotion was, everyone's different. Whatever your own opposing emotion is like what you felt was safest at the time. And now as you start to get back into that confident state, your nervous system might be sending you an alert, it's not safe to be confident. And you'll want to cower back down and not have that confidence anymore. So pay attention to what are those red flags? What is that? Why is that signal going off telling you to not be confident? What are you fearful of? What do you feel is at risk if you are confident? I had a great awakening moment myself as I started harnessing more confidence over the past several weeks. I realized that I had a fear that my confidence put my husband's mental health at risk. My nervous system was saying, Heidi, if you're confident, your husband is going to suffer greater with depression, anxiety. And so don't be confident because you love your husband. You don't want to hurt him. You don't want to see him in that state. And so you need to turn off this confidence business right now so that your husband is flourishing and happy and well taken care of and successful. And I sat in that and was like, why? Why do I feel like my confidence is going to cause that to happen? And I realized that when I'm really confident, I get kind of hyper obsessed about what I'm doing. And let's take, for example, my business. And again, I'm just sharing my own example so that you guys can see how I personally work through this. And of course, take this, in your own lifestyle. And there might be new things too that come up for you in your own life. But as I sat in that, I realized, okay, in the past, when I've been really confident about what I'm doing, what I'm creating with my business, the women, the moms that I'm helping, and I tend to, like I said, get kind of hyper focused and obsessed with that. And it's hard for me to turn that off. And I'll talk about it a lot, like in the evening when my husband wants to wind down after a stressful day at work. I just want to talk to him about what I'm doing and what I'm learning. And I want to record lots of content, or I want to respond to people on social media, or I'll just talk, it's just on my mind all the time. And I'm not a great space for him to decompress. I'm not a good space for him to like come to at the end of a long day and listen. Um, but I realized that I don't have to choose either or. I can be confident, but in order to be that safe space for my husband, I need to set boundaries. So I need to have like, and I talked to my own coach about this of like, hey, what needs to happen for me to have both? Um, because I've totally sacrificed my confidence for him. And while yes, it did improve our relationship in his state, I also felt sad and resentful that I wasn't able to achieve my goals. I wasn't able to do the things that really brought me excitement and fun and growth. And so now, I'm like in this place of like, how do I have both? What boundaries need to be put in place so that I can have both? And what I've decided is just I need a wind down routine. Before my husband comes home, before my kids get home, I need to have time where I'm going from this confident state of like excitement and focus and drive to winding down and being like, that Zen Buddhist monk of just love and, you know, I can listen, I can have patience. Um, and it's just different states of being. So that is what I wanted to let you guys know, that the resistance is there for a reason. Lean into it, don't be afraid of it, understand it, and adapt and set some goals and experiment and find what works for you so that you can continue to be that most confident version of yourself, because that's going to help you so much with your journey of creating a life that you love and a body that you're proud of. All right, so we're going to go into that state today, and then we're going to visualize that state in these specific scenarios of meal prepping, working out, all the things, okay? So that you can carry that confidence with you as you go along. And while you're doing this, if you notice resistance, if you notice emotional resistance, take note of it. Don't give it too much attention during this exercise. I want you to focus on harnessing that confident state right now and practicing staying in that confident state right now. And then just take note of it and, do some work after this call of understanding where that resistance is coming from. Or maybe it might take time, like maybe as you are going throughout the day, you might understand more of where the resistance is coming from and what other things need to happen for you to continue to maintain your confident state. All right, so whatever you're doing, if you can, stand up and take some deep breaths and shake out any energy that you have. Shake off your day, shake off your past, day, week, whatever. Shake out that energy and take a nice deep breath in. Shake it out. And this time as you breathe, keep your shoulders down. Let your lungs, your ribs expand as you inhale. And close your eyes. Nice deep breaths. And now visualize that time when you felt so confident. Get in that moment. Where were you? Think about where you were, if you were with anybody. And just immerse yourself in that memory. Again, noticing the environment, the actions. Analyze your posture, your body language, your physical state in that confident moment. Reflect on your inner dialogue, how you communicated with others during this time. And where was your focus? Where were your energy, your mindset directed? And take deep breaths and embody that confidence. And then bring your hand to your chest, raise your hand up and say, yes. 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 Harness that confidence right here, right now, as if that moment was happening right now. And now, as you're in this confident state, I want you to visualize going into this state as you are planning your meals, right? As you are understanding what your body needs, what your family needs, what you are going to cook, you are going into that state with confidence. You're going into that experience with confidence, just like you feel right now. You have the tools, you know where to come, who to ask, if you have questions, if you need support. You're going into this process in a confident state, knowing exactly what foods you need prepped, what foods you need to buy, how to balance your meals, how to make some shifts to your meals to get that 1% better improvements. And now as you come home, you have all that food, you're putting that away with confidence, excited for what you get to create, excited for what that food will do to your body, how it will nourish you, the energy it will give you, and the energy that you now get to use to create, to experience, because you nourished your body, you fed your body, you gave it the tools, the building blocks that it needed to thrive, to make hormones, to repair muscle, to rejuvenate organs and cells, to help every function in your body work smoothly, all from your food. From setting that time, to planning, to prepping, to cooking, to eating, each of those phases, you're going into that with confidence, excitement, with focus, with drive, with energy. And now visualize when you are going to work out. It's time to move your body. And as you're moving your body, you do that with this confidence. Bring your hand to your chest, raise it up in the air and say, yes, yes, yes. You do that with confidence because you know that what you do has an impact, that every little movement you choose to make for your health, for yourself, makes a difference. And so you go into those times when you move with confidence, with focus, with drive, with energy, with your head held high, your chest is open, your shoulders are down and back, and it feels so good. You're lifting yourself up, you're lifting others up. And you're going into that next set of lifting with confidence. All right, what's up, Gainsters? So, and you're going into each phase of your journey, from nutrition to workouts, to your mindset work, to your self-care, to your rest, your recovery. Each phase, confident, knowing that it's helping you create the life you love and the body you're proud of. And again, every little thing matters. Every little choice that you make for your health, for yourself, makes a difference. And you're staying in tune with your body, knowing that it is communicating to you exactly what you need. And you can tune out all the noise, the pressure, the static, and you can tune into your body with confidence, knowing that it will tell you what it needs and that you can listen with confidence. You can take action with confidence. And bring your hand up to your chest, lift it up and say, yes, yes, yes. And take that deep breath in and exhale. All right, and now I want everyone to take a couple minutes, write down what came to mind for you specifically. How did this feel? How are your thoughts? How was your body? Where was your focus as you saw yourself going into each element of your health and fitness journey in this state of confidence? And then I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to write, and then I'm going to have you guys come and share. All right, Leanna, Amy, let's share what came to mind for you guys. Leanna, you want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Well, I was cooking up some chicken during this, but
Oh, check it out.
because I looked in my fridge and I was like, we have no more protein for my next meal, so I'm gonna make some. But like, I feel like what was coming to mind was nothing to even do really with me, more with like my daughter sitting here, and she was like screaming yes. and and then we started to do affirmations like during the call with her, and she was just like so stoked. And I was just like, I want to create like, a good example for her, and for her confidence in her life that like I don't feel like I had. So that's just what was coming to mind for me.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Thank you for sharing. Oh, that was
Yeah,
exciting.
thank you.
No, it's funny. The other day I was just, I think my daughter was, she, I have her watch this show, Miss Rachel. Have you heard of Miss Rachel on YouTube yet?
Yeah.
Okay. My daughter's like maybe too addicted to that show. But there's a time where Miss Rachel, she'll be like, I did it. She like teaches the kids to say that, I did it. And the other day, I just like heard Sadie, I think she went potty. She's like went in there, went potty by herself. And I heard her go, I did it. I was like, that is so
That's
cute.
so
I
funny.
did it. We just got all excited.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And I was like, man, like I was like started like saying that to myself with different things. Like I did it. Like I did it. Um yeah, our kids, that's something that came to my mind that I was writing. One of my I noticed like one of my own kind of emotional resistance things comes from like, okay, so as like, looking how I look and doing what I do, um, I've had quite a few people think that all I eat is like organic, super healthy food. And I think a lot of people have this perception of me that like I hate processed food or I hate restaurant food or like, and that's not true. You guys know in working with me, I eat all kinds of food and I don't feel bad for it. But there's also this part of me that feels like I need to prove those people wrong. Like, I don't like that they think that I might hate restaurant food or hate, processed food. And there's just part of me that feels like I need to eat that food to prove them a point. When I think about that, I'm letting some outside voice or perspective make my like influence my decision making versus staying true to what I truly want. Is it me that really wants to eat that restaurant food, or do I feel like I need to prove something to somebody? And when I think about what I truly want, yeah, there is a big part of me that wants to eat more whole food, that wants to eat more vegetables, more organic, more clean, like more stuff that I'm growing in my backyard or raising on my property. But there is still this thing that's ingrained in me that like, oh, that's weird. And I don't want people to look at me and think that I'm weird because we want to be accepted. And when I realized that, I like what came to my mind when I was in my confident state was just, I know why I'm doing this. I know what I'm creating. I know why I want this. And I'm fueling my body and what it needs. And that really, when I'm in that state, when I'm in that confident state, I don't care what they think. Like they can call me a purple elephant, but I know I'm not a purple elephant. And think of that, like when you guys are afraid of what other people might think of you in that confident state, imagine they're calling you a purple elephant. And I know it's silly, and it's silly for a reason, because when someone calls us a purple elephant, it is humorous. We're like, we know that's not true. We don't let it phase us. We don't let it affect our decisions or what we're going to do that day. But when they can call us weird for eating healthy food, all of a sudden it can hurt us. And when we bring in that concept of like, oh, they're just calling me a purple elephant. They can think whatever they want about me, but I don't care because I know what I am. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And it's out of respect for my body. It's out of love for my body. It's out of gratitude for my body. It's out of wanting to connect with my children, to be a good mom, to have energy to get through the day. And that is why we do this, to create that life we love in a body that we're proud of, not to please somebody else or to, make other people feel good about themselves. We're doing it to live a rich, abundant life. Amy, what came to mind I know you're on the elliptical, but how did this go for you? What came to mind for you?
Well, I just finished at the gym, so I couldn't like get into the relaxed state. But when you first said like go to that place where you were most confident, like my first thought was my thinnest. But then like my brain quickly went to like you may have been confident, but you weren't healthy. Like that wasn't your healthiest. So
Mm,
then I guess I just kind of like progressed to like I'm in a better place now, even though I was more confident then.
mm-hmm. Okay, so this is good because that's your brain keeping you safe. So when you were really confident, yeah, you may not have been the healthiest, but you were confident. And I want you to hold on, like practice this again and hold on to that confidence
Hmm.
without the, oh, but you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because it's totally natural. Again, that's our brain trying to keep us safe and trying to protect us from having that happen again. When I was in my really confident state, my husband's mental health suffered because I wasn't a good partner for him to confide in and talk to. And so I started thinking that, oh, because I'm confident, my confidence makes my husband depressed. I can't be confident. When in reality, that's not true. It was my lack of boundaries and my inability to shift states that led to that. And I'm not 100% responsible for my husband's mental health.
Right.
You know, so those are conversations I've actually had with him over the last week. I was, when I feel this, I have this fear, and it's really opened up some amazing conversations between us. So for you, Amy, then let me know if this is accurate. Is there a fear that being confident will lead you to do things that are harmful for your body?
I
Or
guess maybe a little bit, but I just know that I can't go back to that place.
mm-hmm.
But I know like it is triggering. Like I want to be as thin as I was or as fit as I was, but I know that the way that I went to get there wasn't healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess a little bit of me, but I know that I have to eat a certain amount of calories to sustain, and like I know that now.
Yep. So Amy, you don't have to be that thin to feel that confidence,
Right.
and practice feeling that confidence like now and every day without putting those conditions on yourself.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Um, because yeah, listen to Tuesday's call because I go more into that
Okay.
and just really like letting yourself feel that emotion without tying it to anything else. It's like sometimes we put like a combination lock on our happiness or our confidence, and we make that the combination to unlock our confidence or happiness, like this really long combination. Like, I have to be a certain amount of weight. I have to eat all healthy that day. I have to have connection with my kids. I have to work out. I have to have grounding. I need a da 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 da. My house has to be clean.
Hmm.
Laundry has to be done. It's like
Oh, you're speaking to me.
yeah, it's an insanely long combination that we put on ourselves to unlock our happiness and our confidence. And truth is, you don't have to even have that. You can get into that state of happiness. You can get into that state of confidence without any conditions. And the beautiful and crazy thing is that when we do get into that state more often and frequently, and we prime ourselves for that condition, then somehow we actually end up doing a lot of those things naturally because that state is more energizing, it's more productive, it's more fulfilling. Yeah.
I feel like you just spoke right to me. I feel like a lot of the time, like I have so many conditions or I put so much pressure on myself that like it hinders progress.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. You just said it right there, right? When I put when I put all these conditions on myself, it hinders the progress. Cause you're not allowing yourself to actually unlock the, or, open the lock. So, and you feel that, right? You can stay off of mute if you want to.
Okay.
So, and you feel that when I'm putting all these conditions on myself, it's actually not productive.
Right.
Yep. So now it's just that matter of being aware of, oh, I'm doing, because you're still gonna do it. It's already like primed and conditioned in you to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but bring awareness to it. Take a minute, and like get in that state. Remember that experience when you felt really confident, and get in that state and remind yourself, I don't need to do this whole laundry list of things to be happy or to be confident. Okay, so will you do that?
I will practice that. Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. And then watch Tuesdays again, because that'll be really, really helpful for you.
Okay.
And I also posted just the confidence exercise. So and it's a YouTube video, so you can get to it a little bit easier. Let me see here. I'll tag you in it. Any other thoughts or takeaways of like, oh yeah, did you have any other thoughts or takeaways of like getting into that state, doing the things? Or did you feel like there was kind of a block of getting into the confidence anyway from the get-go?
You mean the exercise?
Uh-huh.
I was leaving the gym, so I couldn't really get into like the relaxed state to really focus on it. I
Oh,
just like when you said think of the time that you were confident, like that just popped into my head.
oh, okay, cool. No worries. Oh, you know what? I didn't post just the confidence exercise yet. Um, I'll do that today and then tag you in it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys today. Just really work on getting into that confident state while doing the things. We know what we need to do. It's just a matter of doing it, staying consistent, getting rid of our excuses and taking that action. And I'd love to hear how this goes for you guys as you implement this throughout the week, as you're taking this confident state into your meal planning, your meal prepping, your workouts, your recovery and rest, all those things, and share with us in the Facebook group. If you guys have any other questions or feedback, please let me know in the app. Otherwise, let's keep growing. Peace, love, thanks.